It's the end of August near ground.Donagh in County Donegal. Local beekeeper Abdul Ahmed is gathering some of the last of this summer's honey with a little help from his 8-year-old son Ahmed.
So you've got a couple of hives here, have you?
Yes, I have 5 hives here, and I have 10 in another place, 10 in another place, 5 in another place, so like 5, 6 different locations.
Abdul is from Syria. He and his family have been living in Ireland for the past 7 years.
I don't need to be nervous now when you're taking...
just be calm. Just feel,
Breathe deep,
believe in yourself. You'll be okay, and you'll be okay.
Okay.
Ahmed, why we smoke the bees?
To make them think that and there's fire and then the oil.
Oh, that's good.
He knows the business.
That business is a small but growing one. Abdul sells his honey online and at local markets, alongside an array of other bee-based products.
That's a nice looking frame there.
Yes.
It's very full.
Abdul found a home for his first few beehives on land which he rents from a local farmer, Wilson Moore.
We all knew in the news why people had to flee their homes, and we all knew the situation and trying to get through borders and all that. But then, as he was coming and going here then, I really got to know Abdul. It was a heartbreaking story.
Yeah.
And if there's anything I could possibly do to help Abdul,
You were keen to.
I was absolutely.
And you wanted to give him maybe a step up.
I did.
As he was trying to build a new life for himself.
It's an amazing story. It really is an amazing story.
Abdul and his wife Malik both worked as teachers back in Syria. How they came to be here echoes the stories of countless other refugees who fled the war. Their lives had been largely unaffected by the conflict, but one day in February 2016, that all changed.
We were in school that day, and we had the exam for the kids. The village mayor, he came to the school and he said, you have to dismiss all the kids because the army all around,
I was teaching for a primary school, the first class. We are shocked because we don't know what we can do.
Before the army wants to take over the village, they send some messages to the people inside. You have 2 ways. You have to run or you have to fight. It's a small village, like 5,000 people, and, if you look at tanks and planes and, bombs, no. We said, no, we're not fighting. So I start to think about getting out.
Abdul and Malik paid smugglers to get them to the border with Turkey, a journey that took 10 days.
We went to the Turkish border and we had contact with other smugglers to get us through from Syria to Turkey.
And you hear terrible stories about how smugglers take money from people.
That's exactly what happened with us.
They take it and they say, oh, you don't pay?
Yes.
They force me to give him a ring.
Yeah.
They say, you don't give me money, and they take it.
Abdul and Malik eventually made it to the Greek island of Lesbos after paying more smugglers to take them across from Turkey in an overcrowded dinghy. Once in Greece, they were taken by the authorities to the border with Macedonia, where they would spend over 8 months in a refugee camp.
Am I right, during this time, you were pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
I spent all my pregnancy in the camps, in a small tent, nearly 1 meter and 1 meter.
Abdul and Malik were hoping to be allowed to travel on to Germany, where so many of their fellow Syrians had already been accepted. But Ireland was also on the list of countries willing to take in people from the camp under our refugee protection programme. Not long after Malik gave birth, they received a call from staff at the Irish Embassy in Athens that would change their lives.
They said, we are the Irish Embassy, and we accept you and your family to go into Ireland. I said, that's great. And I said, where is Ireland?
Really? Abdul, Malik and their baby boy Ahmed arrived in Ireland in March 2017, almost a full year after they had originally fled their home. They spent 10 months in a hotel in Roscommon before getting another call. They had been allocated a house in Ground.Donagh in County Donegal.
The council told the people in the village, Syrian family is coming. So they brought some food.
Really, yeah? Local people?
Local people.
Yes.
Like especially my neighbors. It's amazing, you know,
Yes,
all in the States. They said, welcome.
Yeah.
You're very, very, very welcome here.
After doing a course in welding in Letterkenny, Abdul worked for 2 years with a local company. But he wanted to do something else with his life. Back home in Syria, his family had kept bees for generations, so he decided he would continue that tradition here.
I see Ahmed here has the knack of the smoker already.
Yes.
Are you training him in, is it?
Exactly. From, 12 years old, I started to work with
Yeah.
my dad in keeping bees.
Yeah.
I was watching the bees, all the time. But I want Ahmed to get that passion as well. Like the beekeeping in our blood.
Abdul's business would not have been possible without the help of the Inishowen Beekeepers Association. He's become such a fixture in the association that earlier this year, he was elected chairman.
Abdul has a great natural skill. He's a great communicator. That's how Abdul, I would say, connected with the local community.
So here we are now, the first swarm of the year.
Doesn't matter if he goes out to do a craft fair or anything on social media that he talks about their bees, it gets huge response because it comes from here.
This is your new home.
It's astonishing, really. He's the bee man of Inishowen now. That's what Abdul is. He's the bee man of Inishowen.
In March 2023, Abdul became the last of the family to become an Irish citizen. He sees the business he's building here as cementing that commitment. Alongside his bee enterprise, he now grows organic veg in polytunnels on Wilson's land for sale at markets and online. It's a long, long way removed from his life as a teacher in a village in Syria.
What I'm trying to do is, with the bees and the veg, just to try to generate income, not to be relying on the state for, any help or anything. So even I work very hard, but I'm happy with what I achieved so far. Ireland is a home now.
Yeah. Which must be a little bit heartbreaking to admit publicly, is it? That
Yes.
your life in Syria is over.
That's over, exactly. All my memories here, all my childhood, but it's now Ireland is a home. And I'm trying to do my best just to live peacefully.
Well, that's it for part one. Coming up for